Hey everyone, Team Rival here with another review. This is a special review though because we're talking about one of the companies that has really just fallen. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. As Phone would say, Rival's going hard in this video, man. And I am going hard in this video. So we are reviewing, of course, Third Strike. I got my Street Fighter shirt, I got Ryu, I got Ken, I got Double Impact, I got Third Strike, I got the game on there. We're pretty much good to go. So, it's Third Strike. This is going to be a fairly simple review because it's Third Strike. If you played Street Fighter 3, even, Double Impact or whatever the first one was called, you have an idea of what the game is like. Did Capcom do a good job with this port? No. How? How may you ask? It plays like Third Strike. It is Third Strike. Let's just talk about, the review first, before I start tearing Capcom a new one. Because I'm getting tired of this. So, it's Third Strike. How does the game generally play? It plays like Third Strike. And it's a Street Fighter game, so you know what you're getting. But the coolest thing about this game now is that they introduced, when the game first came out, it was a parry system. So essentially, let's say someone throws a Hadouken. And if you tap, I forget I think it's like a frame. I don't know too much about, the breaking down the game. But if you tap forward, I think it's like 1 or 2 frames before it's about to hit, you'll tech it. So it'll allow you to parry the move, you won't receive any damage, and if you are able to tech during a combo, it gives you a brief moment where you can attack back. So no more do you have this, when you play Super Street Fighter 4 or pretty much every other Street Fighter, people can just sit in the corner, Hadouken, 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 and you can't get around it. Now in this game, projectile spam has been pretty much negated. You really have to play safer, and the teching system just really, I love Third Strike. It is my favorite Street Fighter. So that's why I kind of take it to heart that Capcom fucked this up, because in my opinion, it is the definitive Street Fighter to play. Personally, if I was going to pick a Street Fighter game, I'd pick one of the collaboration games, Marvel vs. Capcom, if you count that as a Street Fighter game, Capcom vs. SNK, etc., etc. But if I had to pick a mainstream Street Fighter to play, I'm fucking picking Third Strike, and by miles and miles above any other game. I think it is a fantastic game. All the characters are cool. It's great. Let's talk about the port. What did Capcom include in this port? And on paper, it's a fucking fantastic deal. On paper, you get arcade mode. Simple enough, it's arcade mode. You get trials mode. It's it teaches you how to do, well, it doesn't really teach you, but it kind of gives you a feel as to how, you can parry sort of this stuff. Of course, you can do the Daigo comeback, that's the final expert parry. You can learn, how to do some handicap matches. It helps you get better at the game. And you can do combos. Each character has 5 combos you can learn. My problem with the combos is that they don't give you, a view how to do it sort of thing. It's pretty much, if you don't know how to do it, go look it up on YouTube. It would have been helpful if they included a video, because I thought I was doing some of those combos correctly. But, you have to be perfect. And they don't teach you how to be perfect. They pretty much just give you, here's the move list, this is how you do it, that's the end, If you can't figure it out, go look on YouTube. I mean, in a day like this, that's not the worst thing to complain about, but still, you're paying $50 for the game, and the game is already built, so that's the least you can do, Capcom. You have training mode, which is training mode, but another thing that's cool about training mode is that you can set up a parry training mode, where you play the computer first of the character you're fighting, and you do moves that you would want to parry. Let's say I want to learn how to do Hadouken, so that you throw Hadoukens, and then when you set it up and you hit start, you'll go back to your character, and the computer will be throwing Hadoukens or whatever, however you program the computer to react. So it'll help you with your parries a lot if you want to, parry a certain combo or something like that. So that's pretty useful, but that was already in the original game, so this isn't, special to the port or anything like that. They also added challenges. Not challenges per se like in Street Fighter 4, that's more like Trials mode, but challenges like, parry a move 500 times, parry a super 500 times, and what do you get for it? Aside from pride, nothing. You get little XP points. What do you use the XP points on? Use them in the vault. The vault is pretty much the most useless thing whenever there's a vault in a video game, I pretty much don't touch it. What do they give you? Concept art. Pass. I can look that up on Google if I really want to look at concept art. Music. I can look at that on YouTube. Pictures of the stage. Wow. You know, not too big a fan of that, but you know what? They want to give people some sort of replayability to the game and some sort of like goal to unlock. So, okay. Multiplayer. This is where the shit hits the fan, I think. You have ranked matches. How could you fuck up ranked matches? By being not able to connect to anyone at all. I swear to you, I was able to connect to 2 matches the first day the game came out, and then they released a patch the next day, and I have not been able to connect to a ranked match since. More on that later, because that's part of the rant. But then you have player matches. What are player matches? You set up a lobby, and you pretty much just play. If you're going to play this game right now, play in player matches. Don't even try to get into ranked matches. Just play player matches. You will be able to find a match guaranteed. And you know, unlike Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you can actually watch the matches and that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. My one complaint about multiplayer is that now you can see who is picking who. Like if I'm versing some guy online, he can see who I'm picking and vice versa. That pisses me off because I'll pick my character first because I'm not the type of person who's going to counterpick. I'm just going to pick my strongest character or the character I feel like playing. But you know, there will be some people who will wait until I pick and then they'll counterpick, which is fucking bullshit. Like, you really need to play like that in order to succeed. And so that pisses me off. I wish they would have gotten rid of that. You know, that's where Super Street Fighter 4 has the upper hand, is that you can't see who you're versing until you actually verse them, just about. And they have like a few different types of like gameplay modes you can play. There's like a tournament mode, of course, and then there's like different rules. There's like standard, like if you're in a player match. Standard is you just one-on-one, and whoever wins, that's the winner, and they go on. There's like pro tournament, which is best 2 out of 3, and the winner can't change characters. And then there's one more, but I forgot what it was. Whatever, it's irrelevant. Those are really the only 2 you will use. Okay. And then of course you have multiplayer, local multiplayer, it's local multiplayer. You have some options to change. You can change like the filters, you can change the BGMs, music, that sort of stuff. So they gave you a little bit of customization, but you can't really go too wild with it. But okay, how did Capcom fuck this up? It's a port. It's a port of a game that was released around the time of the Dreamcast. So assume, what is it? I think it was 99 or 2000. I fucking forget. I'm not too good with dates. Capcom. All you had to do was test your product. That's all you had to do. Ranked matches. The reason ranked matches don't work is because the system, the online system they set up, the code, it doesn't set up enough hosts. It makes everyone like a client that's trying to find a host. So what you have is a mass flooding of clients trying to connect to a host. You can only have one-on-one matches. So pretty much, 50,000 people are getting fucked out of the game. That's ridiculous, Capcom. These are things you test. You test these things. That is, if you do not test this thing, you are a moron. Because when you are releasing a product, that's one of the things you test. It's very, very simple to set up too. You can kind of, on one computer, you can write a program that'll try to connect to, you'll try to set up hosts and that sort of stuff. You can do that all very simply if you know how to do it. And it just seems like Capcom had no interest in doing it whatsoever. And that is fucking lazy. Another thing that pisses me off. You have the option to upload your matches to YouTube. That's a really great feature. Except for the fact that you can't connect to your own YouTube account. Why? Why can't you connect to your own YouTube account? It all goes to some Capcom YouTube. That is terrible. Yeah, I can YouTube download it. What is this, fucking 2007? I shouldn't have to YouTube download it. I should be able to type in my username, type in my password, and have it uploaded to my account. It's a simple process. You set that up with YouTube. These are simple things. The game is done for you. It's Third Strike. The game is complete. All you had to do, A, add trials. B, add some challenges. Get some stuff for the vault, take some fancy HD snapshots of some stuff and fucking upload it to a computer. What else did you have to do? Training mode was already done, so that doesn't even count. That was something that was included in the original home ports. Multiplayer. Make sure matchmaking works. That is an essential in this game, because that is the whole reason I bought it. I already own Third Strike on Dreamcast. I have it on GGPO. I have it on my PC. It is a very accessible game for me. The reason I bought it was for the online. The online doesn't work, at least in terms of matchmaking for ranked matches. That is simply unexcusable in my opinion. That is just the laziest bullshit that I have seen in a long time, and I'm really disappointed. You know, they say they will fix it in patches upcoming, that is fine in my opinion, you know, but it's a downloadable game. You don't have to press it to a disc. If the game isn't running at 100% and people are going to put $15 on a game that they think they are getting that is going to be 100%, push the game back. Push it back 2 weeks. It's not that big of an issue. We are very patient people. You know, we had been waiting for Third Strike when they announced it. It took over a year for it to come out. What were they doing in the meantime? Not testing matchmaking. They were fucking playing shitty-ass fucking Street Fighter X Tekken. It just aggravates me. It's a great game. Street Fighter, I highly recommend you download this game. But please, do not get it right now. Wait for them to release a patch, probably coming within, I think, the next 2 or 3 weeks. But that is just simply unexcusable in my opinion. Capcom, man, how could you just be so lazy? I'm just dumbfounded, really. Because I put $15 down on this game, expecting to get the finished product. And I didn't get the finished product. And I'm pissed. I have every right to be pissed. I love Third Strike, so I'm very passionate about this game. I have a fucking Street Fighter shirt. I'm very passionate about fighting games. And when something, you know, that is so essential to fighting games, matchmaking and ranked matches, because I don't always want to play player matches, because you get some dumb assholes in there that just don't want to take the game seriously, and you just wasted your time. In ranked matches, you're always going to get a serious fight. I'd like to think, more or less. And when you can't do that, you are just cutting like a third of the game just right out until they fix it. And who the hell knows when that will be? So, Capcom, you done goofed again. But that's about it for the Third Strike review / rant. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. You know, I'm right. How am I not right? It's lazy. But also, me and Diglio did another co-op Let's Play. Yeah, if you guys have been around with us for a while, we did another co-op Let's Play, and it's fucking Diablo 2, Wars of Destruction. It's up on the Diglio channel, so if you like us, and you liked our style of Let's Plays, you like the Resident Evil 5, you like Goof Troop, you like Smash TV, etc., go check it out, because we will be finishing that. We just started it. I'm really excited to, you know, be back in the saddle with that sort of stuff. But, anyways, I don't know. Capcom just sucks. That's it.